This episode is a paid partnership with Apple Card. Did you know Apple Card is the only credit card designed for iPhone? That's right. It lives on your iPhone in the Wallets app, and you get daily cash back on every purchase. And because fees don't help you, Apple Card doesn't have any. So if your credit card isn't Apple Card, maybe it should be. Subject to credit approval, Apple Card issued by Goldman Sachs Bank USA, Salt Lake City branch. Variable APRs for Apple Card range from 17.49% to 27.74%, based on credit worthiness. Rates as of January 1, 2026. Existing customers can view their variable APR in the Wallets app or card.apple.com. You land in the wrong place, in a football field in Jamaica. Here are people coming to the helicopter. You don't know their intentions. They don't know your intentions. And you trust that you can get them to sort of join your mission, even in the few moments that you've been with them. Where did you learn that? And then, and what do you think we should all be learning about how to trust people that we don't even know?
It was 2010, Haiti, and I'm cooking there in a couple of places. You know, hundreds of thousands lost their homes. The poor of the poor lost their homes, and so was all these little villages that were being created, temporary housing. With
this is after the earthquake.
After the earthquake,
yeah.
And I was cooking. And that day was beans, a lot of beans. They were in season. I would buy every day. This is the early days. I was in the kitchen when it was me and two friends. And I make these huge pots with the help of local women of beans, and at the end, with the help of the translator, they speak beautiful Creole there. And they come to me and they say, Jose, they love that you are feeding them here every day, but they want to tell you that they don't eat the beans the way you prepared them. And I'm like, man, they couldn't tell me before. And then I say, okay, how do you want them? And there you have this 2-star Michelin chef. And they began singing, and we began smashing the beans until it became a puree. It took 2 more hours or 3. But at the end, you used to see the joy when the beans were finished. They sang amazing traditional Haitian songs through the process. And they were doing the pois Congo and this black bean stew with the rice, the way they eat them, which is not a soup, is not a cream, is not a sauce, it's something else. But that's the way they eat it.
That is the way they eat the food.
And this, to me, obviously, was a big lesson, because that's also the dignity we give, no? Even that's a matter how poor people may be. Everybody has a way to eat.
That's beautiful, man. This is What Now with Trevor Noah. Let's do it. Vamos. Ándale. Where do I find you coming from?
I was at Austin, South by Southwest.
Oh, yeah? What were you doing there?
I went to, was the excuse to promote this. Quite frankly, I don't know why when I go sometimes, but I was doing something with Delta and Rivian. So,
with Delta and Rivian, you know, I was thinking on my way here. You have one of the most interesting lives in that. I don't know where you've like. Were you ever a fan of Batman growing up?
Yeah.
You never knew if you were meeting Bruce Wayne or if you were meeting Batman, because Bruce Wayne was coming back from like a gala dinner. Yeah. With the richest people in the world, and then Batman was coming back from, you know, just having fought the Joker or Penguin in one of the worst parts of Gotham. I feel like that's your life. When I think of Chef José Andrés, I go, this man could either be coming to my podcast from a disaster somewhere in the world, or he's going there after this podcast, or he's coming from like one of the most exciting, luxurious experiences, or he's going there afterwards. Do you ever think about how extreme your life is in that regard?
Yeah, it feels that way at times, and it's not easy at times. It's enjoyable, but I've been going in through the zone of, like my wife always says, when I come back from any missions, it takes me weeks to put my brain back to normal. Like I get absent, or I'm on the phone all the time.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I keep checking what's going on with the people are left behind. And but that's life itself, right? That's why I enjoy every single second a glass of wine, of the best wine in the world, or a wine from a small winery that the wine is under $5 and is delicious because it has great people with great pride. But and I love my cooking. My way to feel holy is just get in the kitchen, go to the market, chop, making sure I have all the ingredients I want, and I start cooking all day. And the way for me to give love to people can be very fattening because it's in the word, in the form of food. But I have a hard time forgetting. At least one part of my brain is always active in that sense.
Yeah.
Since the days I began, like so many other people around the world, volunteering in a soup kitchen in Washington, D.C.
Yeah. Is that how it all began?
Very much. 1993. This is Central Kitchen, a fascinating place. But then cooking is one thing. But then when you go on the shelters or on the streets, and you even engage in conversations and even people you get to know. But then I go back to my beautiful house, in my apartment or in my beautiful new home, and I know it's going to be people sleeping on the street that day. And sometimes you feel that moment that life is like a lottery, that some of us, we bought the winning ticket.
Yeah.
And other people don't even know there is a lottery.
Damn.
And life sometimes can be complicated like that. Because sometimes people are put through moments in their life that maybe they made the wrong decision, and sometimes it's not even making the wrong decision.
Yeah, it's not even a decision.
You didn't even have an opportunity to make a decision. I had a lot of chances to make decisions, and people that support me through those decisions.
Yeah.
And this was in D.C., in the streets, but right now, I have a hard time forgetting about what's going on in Ukraine, forgetting what is going on in Gaza, places I've seen, and your brain sometimes is kind of going through. You cannot suffer like the way those people are suffering.
Right. Yeah.
But a part of your brain is almost trying to maybe understand what they're going through, and it's difficult to forget sometimes, and that's why every time it's a moment to enjoy. Also, I like to enjoy it because life is too short not to enjoy every moment you have the opportunity to do so. Even the people in those areas, in Gaza, recently we reached 1 million meals a day with more than 80 kitchens. And it was like a celebration.
Right.
Everybody was celebrating. I know some people that were, why are you celebrating? The people of Gaza are going through, I'm not celebrating. They are celebrating.
Yeah.
People forget that even in those moments of mayhem, people need celebrations because it's the only thing that carries them.
Yes.
To live another day, thinking that there is light at the end of the tunnel, that there is hope, that things may be terrible today, but things can maybe one day go back to where they were before. Yeah,
I think the biggest misconception people have about other people who are struggling is that they don't have the full access to their humanity. Do you know what I mean? Like, people don't think that like a homeless person has friends. People don't think that somebody in a disaster zone has emotions. They tell a joke. They laugh with their friends. And you literally see this on the ground. Like some of the conversations I've had with you have taken me on the most beautiful, wild, and then sometimes sad rides, because I love the fact that you brought up the lottery tickets. All right. Because we don't even get a chance to buy it. Like, where are you born? Who are you born to? And then a bomb drops on where you live, or a hurricane hits, or an earthquake, and all of a sudden, your whole world is gone. Like literally, your whole world has changed overnight, and now you are the person that you never thought you would be, and you don't have the most basic thing, which is a meal. And that's where like José Andrés comes in. I genuinely am always fascinated by your world because of that.
Well, obviously in the old days, it used to be me because the organization was only one person, but now the organization